First here at 4, the worst is now over. The severe storm that produced tornado warnings for parts of the metro is now moving out. Good afternoon. I'm Jonathan Martin.
And I'm Faith Jesse. It was certainly coming down out there. We hope that everybody was safe through that. The worst of the storm may be moving out, but there's a lot of damage left behind, just getting into focus. Take a look at this video out of Cumming. This was sent to us by one of you all, an 11 Alive viewer. You can see those dark clouds as that storm began to build. Skies quickly turned ominous, and it didn't take long for that heavy rain and strong winds to follow that. That heavy rain, it poured down on Virginia Avenue near the airport earlier today, making for a very messy commute, very low visibility. You can see that flag kicking there in the wind. Drivers had to slow down as the storm moved through, dumping water across the road. And Jonathan, it really came out within just minutes.
It did very quickly today, and we have team coverage for you tonight as our crews take a closer look at the impact and how communities are beginning to recover. But first, we want to get over to meteorologist Melissa Nord with what's going on right now.
And a lot of the damage reports we've been getting in are trees and power lines down. This photo from Jasper County, from Monticello, the Jasper County Sheriff's Office. You can see this was a giant wire that came down on top of that car. So we had a lot of reports, especially south of I-20. You can see them scattered anywhere from Monticello back into Carroll County as well. And lots of reports of trees down. And I think the worst of the damage across that area, we saw a lot of trees down on structures, in fact, in Carroll County. Now, we did have several tornado warnings issued as well. Watching some of the damage in Coweta County, Noonan area, we've got some trees down at the intersection of Lower Fayetteville and Noonan Crossing Boulevard, and also watching some of that damage out in Carroll County, as I mentioned. But look at this. Those storms are racing east, and all of the severe weather threat has now pushed east of our area. So we're in the clear for the rest of tonight. You can see still several counties in southeastern Georgia under the severe thunderstorm watch, but for us in North Georgia, that has all been canceled off. The front has not passed altogether. There could be a couple more sprinkles working in this evening. You see here as I pause that forecast track at 7 o'clock, maybe a sprinkle or two, but those winds starting to shift direction, and that is going to drive in brighter skies and warmer temperatures as we look at this time tomorrow. Outside right now, it's 65 in Atlanta, 65 Athens, Marietta, 67, and 66 in Peachtree City. So we're going to be cool out there. Clouds are sticking around this evening. Eventually tonight, that cloud cover is going to start thinning out. There might be a little bit of patchy fog tomorrow morning, but otherwise, you'll notice a much more crisp and cool start to your Tuesday. 48 the low in Atlanta, mid-40s around the metro. I'll tell you what, though, mid-40s is going to feel fantastic when you see how hot the temperatures are going to get later this week. I'm forecasting record-breaking heat on the way. We'll talk about when that arrives and if that could come with any storm risk coming up.
Okay, we will certainly check back with you, Melissa. Thank you. Well, from down trees to blocked roads and power outages, cleanup, as we said, is just starting. Our Grace King is right now in the Weather Impact Tracker live for us in Henry County with a closer look after the storm. So, Grace, what are you seeing out there right now?
Well, Henry County had to close about 5 roads across the county because the storm had knocked down so many trees. We're out here, like you mentioned, in that weather impact tracker, looking for some of those road problems. Most of the roads, by this point, look pretty good. Those crews were out there almost immediately. Take a look at what we saw earlier on Brannan Road in between Stockbridge and McDonough, where you can see everyone cleaning up those roads. There were blocked driveways, there was blocked streets, just a lot of those really tall trees toppled over. The ground was wet. The winds were strong. The neighbors said they heard the loud winds, they heard the trees crashing, and walked out to see all of their streets blocked, their driveways blocked. But again, crews were out there very, very quickly cleaning them up. You can see some of the damage there. Now take a listen to what some of them had to say earlier.
I heard all this noise and I'm like, oh my God, what happened? And then when I came out and looked at the front door, looked at my door is covered in debris, my porch is covered in debris, and then I started seeing all the debris in the driveway and stuff. And then my neighbors came out and they had really bad damage too.
And again, you can see those crews hard at work trying to get those roads reopened as fast as possible. Brandon Road, when we showed up, it was completely shut down. Now they have at least one lane open, and they're hoping to get that second lane in both directions. Live in Stockbridge, Grace King, 11 Alive News.
Well, that is just one part of this impact. Let's head over to Molly Oak, who's in Carroll County, where crews are working to clear more of that storm damage. Molly, we know a lot of rain came down where you were. What are you seeing there right now?
Yeah, we are in a neighborhood that has a couple of houses with trees toppled on them. This house is the worst of them. That's what county officials are telling me tonight. So you can see it from one angle behind me, but I want you to take a look at your screen. This is what that tree looks like from behind the house, just crashing into the home. That tree snapped in half, branches everywhere. A miracle that no one was hurt, but we did talk with the woman who was inside the home when that tree came crashing through.
When I heard the pop sound, my anxiety was like, I was like shaking. I couldn't stop, just overthinking everything that could be happening. And then actually seeing it, I broke down because my papa worked hard for this house to get it, and only to find out that a tree decided to go through his room and just destroy everything.
The good news tonight is I talked with county officials. They say as of now, there are no injuries reported in Carroll County. Reporting live, Molly Oak, 11 Alive News.
All right, Molly, thank you so much for going down there and giving us a look at what is happening in Carroll County. We will bring you another check of your forecast in a moment. You can also watch on 11 Alive Plus for a live weather update tonight at 9. You can download it to your TV and watch for free. And we do want your weather photos, any videos that you may have had as these rains and storms were coming our way. You can send those to the number that we're going to put on your screen here. You can see that in the bottom corner there, 404-885-7600. Please send in all of those videos.